Y'all, welcome to my channel, True Speaker Tarot. If this is your first time here tuning in with me, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. All right, so we're gonna jump back into the yearly first 6-month prediction, guys. I am kind of late with these, so keep in mind with this reading here, what you see come up in your January position could be what you have experienced in the month of January. Okay, so we're gonna get into Leo. All right, first 6-month predictions for Leo. Everyone, keep in mind that this is a collective. So take what you feel like resonates with you, all right? If you feel like you like this reading, feel free to hit that like button for me, all right? Also, if anyone is interested in doing a personal session with me, the information is going to be below to the website, all right? So we have the Ten of Wands popping out right here for your January position, Leo. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see what else we have for Leo. First 6 months. Hope everybody is feeling good. Happy New Year to y'all. I hope your new year is starting off just as you plan, okay? So let's see what else do we have for Leo. We have the Fool card. Let's see what else we get for Leo. The Magician, the Four of Wands here. 2 more cards for Leo Spirit for the first 6 months. And there you have it. All right. So Leo, for you for the first 6 months, I feel like it's going to be a lot of self-work being done, all right? A lot of work you're going to be required to do on yourself. Also, you have, crowning at the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Swords here, all right? The Page of Swords is usually about a message. It could also be somebody offering you a new perspective on something, all right? We're going to get some clarity in just a second. But let's go ahead and dive into the energy, okay? So in your January position, you do have the Ten of Wands showing up, all right? So we know the Ten of Wands, it could be a heavy energy, okay? When we're dealing with wands, we're dealing with passions, okay? So things that we want to bring into physical manifestation for ourselves, but it's also an energy of carrying a heavy load, all right, in some area. And some of you could have been experiencing that in the month of January, okay? So it could be an energy of unsatisfaction somewhere that's causing a heavy weight to be put on your shoulder. You could feel like that, all right? Now in the February position, you do have the Fool card, which is the most powerful card in the deck, y'all. All right, when you're dealing with the Fool, this represents a brand new beginning. This represents releasing baggage. It represents traveling light. It represents taking leaps of faith and being optimistic, okay? So in the month of February, you know, that could be urging you to release whatever this heavy burden is so that you can begin to go towards the things that you want, all right? In the month of March, you do have the Magician here coming up in reverse, all right? So that's like the opposite of the Fool in a way, okay? This is also a major arcana here. But whenever you see the Magician, it's all about manifestation. It's also about using the tools that you have gathered to make certain things happen for yourself, all right? It's also an energy of being optimistic when it comes up in the upright position. But a reverse would say, I'm not so optimistic about something working out, okay? I'm hearing beliefs, all right? Belief systems for you. Now, in the month of April, you do have the Four of Wands here. So that does look good. This is the energy of stability, celebrations, all right? It could be a time for you to get out and start to have fun, all right? Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. It could also represent some type of coming together or collaboration in terms of relationships. This is also the soulmate twin flame card, all right? We're going to get some clarity on that, but let's keep moving. Now, in the month of May, you do have the Page of Pentacles coming up in reverse, all right? So we know when we're dealing with Pentacles, we're dealing with finances, we're dealing with those earthly things, stability, okay? Solid offers and things like that, all right? That's coming up in reverse, all right? So it could be a slowdown within your finances here. But we're going to clarify. That might even be a person, okay? Maybe some type of communication or lack of communication in some area, right? Now, finishing you all for the month of June, you do have the Eight of Swords here, right? So, like I started off saying, a lot of self-work is probably going to need to be done in terms of the way you think, okay? The way you think mentally, all right, about certain situations. Because when the Eight of Swords come up in reverse like that, it represents the energy of self-sabotage. That's also showing itself in a position underneath the Magician card here, all right, which is usually an energy of being optimistic and working with the tools that you have in front of you, but that is showing in reverse as well, okay? So let's begin to clarify for Leo for the first 6 months, all right? So let's see. Let's get into the Ten of Wands here. What is the Ten of Wands for Leo spirit? What is the Ten of Wands? What is the Ten of Wands for Leo? Ten of Wands. Also, the Fool card is facing that Ten of Wands, all right? So make sure that you're actively working on yourself to release certain things here, okay? Because you don't want to be walking towards more of a burden. All right, so I just felt the need to say that. But with your ten of wands here, you do have the Knight of Wands, and you also do have the Emperor card here, okay? So with this, I feel like it's some outside external sources, all right? Could be, you know, the Emperor could even be a person for you, all right? Someone who has some type of control over your emotions, all right? Your passions. Remember, even wands even represent anger too, okay? Because that is fire energy, all right? So I feel like for you, Leo, just like many other people, it's going to be about, you know, taking control of your own mind, taking control of your own life, being firm with your decisions, and not letting external sources or external forces play a role in the things that you do. All right, and how you go about things. Like being comfortable in your own skin is going to be one thing, okay? It's also about, I feel like for you, developing your own system, all right, and sticking to that, okay? Especially with the Knight of Wands here and the Emperor card coming up. You know, the Knight of Wands is a very passionate energy. It's a forward moving energy, okay? And the Emperor, it comes up with control. I feel like in some areas you're allowing things outside of yourself to control you, okay? It could be even people with the Emperor and the Knight of Wands coming up, all right? Some of you, it has to do with money, letting a person with money possibly control your movements. Or some of y'all have a burden of being like that financial independent person that everybody else depends on, okay? And so that's what could have been causing you in the month of January, because you're carrying the load of everything financially, possibly emotionally as well, okay? So begin to think about the things that you are you know, kind of letting control you in a way, okay? So hold on one second. All right, y'all, I'm back. All right, so let's keep it moving. This year, you know, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to the things that you're letting control you. You know, your manifestations, your thoughts, the way you feel is going to manifest instantaneously, okay? So try to focus on positive as much as you can, all right? So let's move on to the Fool card and see what the Fool is about. What is the Fool card about for Leo? What is the Fool? You got that King of Pentacles coming out this time in reverse now. All right, so definitely when it comes down to finances, and this is going to be very, very important, very powerful. You have two of the most powerful cards showing itself at this time, all right? You have the Fool card here coming up in February, and at the bottom of the deck, you do have the World card. Now, clarifying the Fool, you do have the Judgment in reverse, and you also do have the King of Pentacles in reverse showing itself again, all right? This time in the opposite position. So some of you are really feeling burdened financially, okay? When it comes down to keeping up stability, perhaps you're giving out too much help to other people and you're not focusing any of that energy on yourself, all right? So with the Major Arcana of the Judgment card, you're being called to make a judgment call on something needs to definitely be let go of, all right? Because once you do that, then you're going to see things change for you, all right? So the World card represents a culmination of energy, as we know, and us doing that can actually elevate us to a whole nother level, and we begin to see the things that we want to see, all right? So begin to ask yourself, what in your life is causing you the most burden, okay? If you're not good, nobody's good, okay? So you're no good to anyone else if you're not good. So keep that in mind, all right? Traveling light, that's what the Fool card is about, okay? Traveling light, releasing baggage, those things that's holding us down. For some people, it may be a mindset. For some people, it may be the people around you who you have depending on you financially. Everybody has something different. Place that energy where it belongs at, okay? So let's see, what is the Magician about? What is the Magician reversed about for Leo? What is the Magician reversed about? I dropped a card. Hold on one second. All right, y'all. So I'm back. And over that Magician card, you do have the Ten of Wands here showing itself in reverse again, okay? So a lot of repeating cards here, all right? So that will be an indication for me that some of y'all are stuck in a perpetual cycle of something, okay? The Ten of Wands in reverse is really feeling the energy of burden and wanting to give up on something, okay? Let's get another card for the Magician here. you have the five of Pentacles, okay? So that's going to be about releasing it, all right? Releasing burdens in the month of March, okay? That's still energy. It's like the energy from January, February, and March are really like matching each other, okay? So really begin to hone down and focus on what you need to release, all right? For a lot of you, I feel like it's more so has to do a lot with financial things, okay? With the Five of Pentacles here, but that's all about releasing burdens, okay? Some of you may even be in the energy where you feel like you're in a lack state, okay, with the Magician showing up in reverse. But remember, it's about using the tools that you have in front of you, okay? So begin to think about the things that you have in front of you that you can utilize like right now, all right? That's also about tapping into your own personal creativity, okay, guys? So remember that. So don't just wait around for things. Like, you are much greater than you think you are, but you have to know that, okay? So tapping into your creative energies to make certain things happen for yourself. Also, it really, a lot of that really do just have to do with a mindset change, okay? So make sure that you're not limiting yourself by your own mind, because that's like getting in your own way, okay? So Four of Wands here. What is the Four of Wands for April? What is the Four of Wands for Leo? What is the Four of Wands? We have three cards that came out. We have the Hangman here, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Temperance card. So that's all about balance, okay? Creating that balance in your life. Also, I feel like for some of y'all, it's time for y'all to begin to have fun. Like, don't be so serious and focused on, you know, being so serious all the time. You know, life is about enjoying yourself and living your best life, okay? And it's ways that you can do that. Don't think because you don't have this or you don't have that you're not able to enjoy life, all right? With the Three of Cups coming up in reverse, you know, that's the energy of you know, not wanting to be around others, not wanting to have fun, not wanting to celebrate, all right? You can go out by yourself and celebrate if you just don't want to hang out with other people, all right? But you have to find enjoyment somewhere in your life, okay? Because you do have the Hangman here coming up, and also the Temperance card here. You know, the Hangman is all about a change of perspective here, all right? So it's about changing your perspective about, you know, what you can do, okay? So don't just sit up there and just let the bad things in life or the darker side of life get to you, okay? You should always be able to take a negative from a positive from a negative, okay? So it's time for you to really create balance within your own situation, within your own energy, okay? So it's time to do some serious energy work here for you, Leo, all right? And begin to you know, like I say, utilize the tools and the knowledge that you have, the information that you have, all right, the resources that you have to make the things that you want to happen, all right? This is a time for celebration for you. Leos, you know, are really the sign of celebration. So it's time to kind of like tap into that, all right? Enjoy your life. You only get one life in this body. I always try to explain that to people, you know, and you are here to enjoy, okay? It's when we start to let, you know, these fantasies and things that are not real stop us from, you know, being who we truly are, all right? So make sure you're not in that energy to do that, okay? So a lot of work for you, and I feel like it has a lot to do with the mental side, especially with the Eight of Swords showing up in a June position, all right? So what is the Page of Pentacles here? What is the Page of Pentacles for Leo? What is the Page of Pentacles? So we have the High Priestess here, and we also do have the Six of Pentacles here, all right? So we know the Six of Pentacles is all about balance. The High Priestess is about, you know, tapping into your higher intuition. It's also about things that you may not be seeing clearly, all right? The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets as well, okay? But it shows a energy of being kind of detached from yourself, from your own inner thoughts, from your own intuition here, okay? And that's showing up as a blockage, especially with the Page of Pentacles here, all right? So if you're blocking yourself, like I say, with your April position coming up, with you needing to celebrate, you never know what you're getting out and putting yourself out into the world, going out to enjoy yourself. You never know who you might run into out there. But I feel like a lot of connections are being blocked here, okay? Especially for some of y'all even want to find, you know, balanced relationships, all right? But it's a blockage, like you're blocking yourself from doing that. Even when it comes down to business partnerships and things like that, that's, I'm showing a sign of that being blocked here for you, okay? So you definitely need to be thinking and focusing on the energies, the burdens and things around you that you need to release, especially in this first 6 months. So make sure that you begin to apply knowledge that you have learned. Use your resources to the best of your ability, okay, to, you know, kind of take yourself out of this energy within the first 6 months. All right, because if you were to do that, you will see things change for you. Okay, so let's see, what is the Eight of Swords here? What is the Eight of Swords? Don't put limiting beliefs on yourself. So for some of y'all that are trying to manifest like balanced relationships in your life, you know, with the Four of Wands here, don't think that it's not possible. Okay, because that it's a mindset thing. So if you think it's not possible, then it's not possible, man. It ain't gonna be possible. Okay, so what is the Eight of Swords here? Because that's the energy of self-sabotage, and that's kind of like what I see. All right, so what is the Eight of Swords? What is the Eight of Swords here? You have the Ace of Swords, and you also do have the Three of Swords. So yes, Three of Swords coming up in reverse with the Eight of Swords. All right, so that's about releasing and gaining a brand new perspective about your own situation. Okay, we got swords here, so we know we're dealing with our mental space. All right, so definitely a heavy focus on what needs to be released. For everybody, it's not going to be the same thing. For some of y'all, it may even be a love situation. Okay, some of y'all have dragged the love situation on into 2023 with you that you know is not supposed to be there, all right? The situation is also coming up as unrequited, all right? But at the highest level with the lovers, remember, it represents that balanced love relationship with yourself, okay? A lot of that is showing up in April, what you needing to really gain balance within yourself, okay? Balance your energy out a little bit more, and that's going to happen by way of you developing a brand new perspective about things, okay, with the Hangman. Also, some of you may be needing to do a little bit more meditation, okay, sitting with yourself, listening to your own thoughts and really paying attention to that and taking action on it, all right, instead of letting the negative things and the things in your life that you feel like is holding you down or putting too much weight on you. Just take control of how you view the world, how you view yourself, and how you move, okay? So like I said, the Eight of Swords here, you know, begin to think about the things that is really not serving you. You really have to learn how to let that go, y'all. All right, it's so, I know it sounds so cliche, because we hear it all the time, especially with this heavy talk about manifestation, but it's so real. Your mindset is really everything, okay? So remember, whenever you see a lot of swords like that, that's what you're dealing with. All right, with the Three of Swords, you're being urged to release negative feelings, negative thoughts, okay? Any type of heartbreak, or you know, things that you just were unsatisfied with in certain situations. It's time for you to release that, because you know, you want to have a brand new beginning for yourself, especially earlier with the World card showing here, right? That represents that culmination of energy, okay? So just kind of like pay attention to, you know, if it's not adding value to your life, then why is it there, okay? So let's see what we get from the Moonology deck for Leo. What do we have for Leo? All right. It says hold your vision. It also says balance spirituality with practicality, okay? So I want y'all to take those messages the way you take them. Let's get a card from the Romance Angel deck to see what the Romance Angels have to say for Leo. For those of you where this may involve a love situation. Let's see. Okay, unrequited love, all right? So that's the same thing that was just showing itself at the bottom of the deck. You have unrequited love here. So some of you have definitely dragged a love situation. It could be a friendship for some of you into the new year with you, and you know better. All right. There's not enough attraction or chemistry here to keep the relationship going, okay? So begin to think about what you need to release, all right? Also with the balance, spirituality, and practicality, you know, I'm always telling people, you think too much with your emotions, you know, and that could lead you down the wrong road, all right? Especially when it comes down to relationships for us, all right? Go by what you know to be true. How does a person make you feel? Are they adding value? Are they making you happy? All right. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Until next time, everybody, enjoy their night.